Zimbabwe had a fuel crisis. No diesel, no petrol, nothing. And then a story started going around, and people didn't know whether to take this seriously or to laugh at it. It was 2007, and things were already bad. Prices were rising fast, fuel was scarce, people were struggling to cope. Then this story started getting attention. It was coming from a woman near Chinoy. Her name was Rutina Mavunga. She claimed that diesel was flowing from a rock. Rutina was known as a spirit medium, and people around her believed that she could communicate with ancestral spirits. She said that this diesel was coming from the ancestors. People went there to see it with their own two eyes, and those who went said that they actually saw diesel coming out of rock. That's when people all around started taking this story seriously. Government officials heard about this and they decided to check it out for themselves. Listen, fuel was already scarce, so even a strange claim got attention. A team was sent to Chinoy to see it. When they arrived, they were taken to the site and they were shown the rock. And according to them, diesel was coming out of this rock right in front of them. Some of the officials even removed their shoes before getting closer because they were told that this was a spiritual place, so they treated it like sacred ground. They stood there watching it. For a moment, it felt real. As time went on, Rutina started making demands. She asked for money, she asked for land, for support. She received 5 billion Zim dollars along with a farm, cars, cattle, even buffaloes. And she didn't stop there. She started making bigger claims. She said these rocks, they can also produce petrol, even jet fuel. By this point, this had grown into something that people were taking very seriously. But some doubts started coming in. People started looking more closely at what was happening. It didn't make sense. So the site was checked again, this time more carefully. That's when everything fell apart. There was a tank hidden nearby, filled with diesel, and a pipe running from it to the rock. When it was time to demonstrate it, somebody would open the tap and the diesel would flow down the rock. Once that was discovered, the entire story collapsed. And the embarrassment, it was massive. Senior government officials had gone there. They had watched it without their shoes on, and now the truth was out. An investigation followed, and as things unfolded, it became clear that she had collected money and benefits. In court, the fraud itself was described as involving a much larger amount than earlier. She was arrested as the investigation was ongoing, but she was later released, I think on bail. When it was time for her to appear in court, she didn't show up. She disappeared for a while. They couldn't find her. Eventually, she was found and she was arrested again in 2010, and that's when the case moved forward. She was found guilty on fraud-related charges. She was sentenced to about 27 months in prison. And she wasn't acting alone. There were other people that were involved in this scam, in setting it up. There were also claims that she had sold a fake gold stone to somebody before, Rutina. Then people close to her later described her as difficult. They said she had caused so many problems in her community before she moved to where she was at this point. While she was in prison, she converted to Christianity, but after she was released, she went back to her traditional spiritual role. Looking back, right, it sounds crazy. But at the time, people were just trying to find fuel. And it looked like an answer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy stories like this, please don't forget to follow me. I tell these stories on all my social media all the time. Thank you so much.